Yarning up, I guess, is a very Indigenous concept that comes from, sort of something that I've always known. Sitting with my old people and sitting around the campfire, sitting with a cup of tea and yarning up. It's that very intimate conversation. The concept or the adoption of Yarning Up by Bond University is this ability for us to take people on a cultural journey into the lives of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people. And we call this country the lucky country. But I think what happens on a trip like this is the realisation that not all Australians are as lucky as others.
I think when people come to Yarning Up, like for them to come in the first place, they have to have a reason, like a thought or an idea or, a mindset about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So they put themselves out there, and then we're here to help facilitate that kind of conversation, those relationships.
Sometimes living in remote Australia, we have lots of challenges. Education, health, housing, social issues, they're all priorities.
And so that's why it's important in this visit of Yarning Up that the visitors, they get to experience that cultural experience with the children, with the community. They see love, they see affection, they see all of that, giving you that uniqueness of who we are as Torres Strait Islanders and who we are as Merian people.
What I'm looking for is how can I contribute? How can I make a difference here at Torres Strait through direct engagement with not only the students here at the school, but the families that we're going to meet over the next few days.
To listen to people's stories, to live for a little while in their world and to get to know them on the ground in a really relaxed way.
Already today made connections with students here or young people here who have students at Downlands College, and really hope to be able to provide a pathway for some of the Torres Strait Island students through Downlands in the future.
I think the thing that impacted me greatest was just the sheer need in the community and the want to do better and to go out into the world and get as much education as they can.
What I wasn't expecting was the depth of the excitement of the local communities to receive us. It will live with me forever. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Yarning Up is important to me, especially as a student at Bond University, because it shows that they're taking that extra step to give us support for when we come to Bond University as students from the Torres Strait, by having members and staff come up as well as sponsors. It allows them to be able to really understand who we are.
What my key takeaway's been in it is, from both places, has been the elders' aspirations are so similar to what our aspirations are for our families and our children.
With education, the next step for these kids is employment, and business needs to be here to see the capability of these kids.
Perhaps the strongest experience has been hearing the stories from Narelle and Jeremy about their lives and experiences and how they have in essence sort of climbed out from where they were and are now contributing and assisting others.
I'm a native title lawyer. This is the home of Eddie Mabo. This is where native title came to be in Australia. So to stand on this ground and to meet these people, it gives me goosebumps. It's really very, very special.
Bond brings to the table a network of influential and well-resourced connections. And when we come to Murray Island as part of Yarning Up and we bring some of those people with us, we're able to actually act as the bridge between members of the local community and people in the wider Australian community who can actually make a genuine difference.
So if we can make a small difference, we can't say we can make a difference to everyone, but if we can make a difference to one or two people and then their communities can see what these people have achieved.
At the heart of education is education of the heart, and if you want to make a difference in your school community, get out and about, meet with some of our First Nations people in their communities.
We will reap the benefits of this in years to come. The fact that we have people who have been here before, the original visits, will continue to have a relationship with people in the Torres Strait, whether it's through the schools or the businesses. That's essentially what has always been, I think, the aspiration of what we're attempting here.
For young children to dream, you need to see something. And I think for the young people that we come into contact with, we become the living dream. And they see that anything is possible. We're putting in front of these kids the lawyers, the doctors, the barristers, the accountants. We're putting people into their lives that they've never come into contact with. And so it's giving these kids aspirations and dreams that once upon a time may never have existed.